Cicada's brother, now armed with 2 knives, stands with a menacing aura, leaving onlookers to wonder, did he do it? And with that, the grim reality dawns on Teacher with glasses. A knife is present and there's clearly a victim. The situation is far more dire than he could have imagined. Sinister, knowing grin spreads across blonde hair man's face. He remarks that it's been a long time since he's had this much fun. With a chilling, unrestrained smile, blonde hair man declares his freedom from consequence, reveling in the fact he can do whatever he pleases without fear of punishment. Cicada's face contorts in pure terror, the horrifying realization hitting him hard. His worst fears manifest. He's truly facing a madman of unfathomable depravity. The furious roar, Cicada's brother lunges, knives glinting, warning his opponent to lower his gaze, asserting that his target is already as good as dead. Blonde hair man remains utterly unfazed, a casual insult escaping his lips as he stands with an air of absolute confidence, completely undisturbed by the incoming attack. Cicada's brother presses his assault, his eyes burning with an unyielding fury as he closes the distance, knives raised, ready to strike. His gaze sharpens, every fiber of Cicada's brother's being screaming for vengeance. He vows to deliver the fatal blow, his intent clear. Flicker of irritation crosses blonde hair man's face as he recalls being publicly belittled, fueling his cold, calculating rage. In a shocking counter, blonde hair man swings a chair with brutal force, intercepting Cicada's brother mid-leap, his knives rendered useless against the improvised weapon. A torrent of blood erupts from Cicada's brother's mouth as the chair connects, his eyes wide with the agony of the impact. Onlookers gasp in collective horror, their faces pale as they witness the sheer brutality unfolding before them. Blonde hair man stands triumphant, the chair still held aloft, mocking Cicada's brother's choice of weapon, despite wielding his own unconventional one. Kneeling in agony, Cicada's brother clutches his mouth, blood pooling on his hands. He curses, lamenting his broken tooth and the inevitable cost, realizing blonde hair man's relentless cruelty. Blonde hair man's shadow looms over the injured Cicada's brother, his foot already cocked back, ready to deliver another devastating blow. The onlookers shriek in terror as blonde hair man brutally strikes Cicada's brother, confirming their worst fears. Blonde hair man's voice drips with venom as he fixates on Cicada's brother's bloodied hand, mocking his failed attempt to stab him, ignoring his desperate pleas to stop. Blonde hair man's foot descends with crushing force, stomping directly onto Cicada's brother's hand, a sickening crunch echoing through the room. A guttural scream tears from Cicada's brother's throat, his face contorted in unimaginable agony as blood splatters from the brutal impact. Blonde hair man continues his brutal assault, recounting a past incident where he broke a man's fingers for daring to challenge him. He dismisses Cicada's brother's pleas for him to stop with a chilling question, "Don't you know?" Blonde hair man's face twists into a terrifyingly wide, sadistic grin as he casually admits he has no particular reason for his cruelty, implying it's simply his nature. Cicada's brother's eyes fill with utter despair as blonde hair man chillingly declares them the same type of people, a twisted justification for his violence. Overwhelmed, Cicada's brother fears for his life. Suddenly, the door bursts open, revealing Teacher with glasses and bald Teacher, their faces contorted in shock and disbelief at the horrific scene. They demand to know what is happening. Two Teachers' eyes widen further in sheer horror as the full extent of the brutality registers. As the Teachers arrive, blonde hair man casually greets them with a chillingly polite hello, a stark contrast to the bloody aftermath and the groans of his victims scattered across the floor.